Many people design and build their own home because, well, they want choice. They don't want to have to live in a noddy house. But the couple I'm going to meet this week, well, they're not just building a radically different kind of house. They want to live a radically different kind of life.
Oh, I wish I had a couple of extra inches on my arms.
This has been a bugger to put up, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. I can't think about anything because all I can think about is the cold.
I wouldn't necessarily recommend a large solitary project.
All aboard!
We're all aboard.
Carpenter Kelly Neville and his wife Masako, along with their son Asa, currently live in this barn in Suffolk, which Kelly converted himself. They want to change the way they live, and they've recently purchased a 6-acre site in the Cambridgeshire Fens for $190,000. It comes complete with its very own derelict cottage, but that's not going to be where they live. They're going to build an eco-friendly house that they've designed themselves.
Wouldn't it be great to make a chapter of my life, just building a house out of natural materials that the earth yields to you and just using them in their natural form.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to see you.
And you.
Kelly,
Kevin, how are you?
nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to be here. It's a bit windy for August, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yes.
rather
But I
fresh.
guess here in the Fens it always sort of is a bit windy, isn't it?
That's right, extremely.
And this is your site. You're going to build here.
This is it, yes.
And what are you going to be building on it?
It's going to be an oak timber frame, hexagonal shaped house,
Yes.
off the ground,
Yes.
on stilts. And it's going to be straw bale insulated with the oak studs exposed, lime render infill, and a cedar shingle roof.
Wow. Kelly and Masako's new 2-storey eco-home will rise up out of the Fens on stilts to reduce the risk of flooding. Unusually, this oak-framed house will be hexagonal to mirror the shapes of the natural world like honeycomb and plant cells. The huge, complex oak frame will be handmade by Kelly, and the walls will be filled with straw bales, a cheap but efficient insulation material, protected by a layer of timber boarding and rendered on the outside with lime. The ground floor will be divided with a guest suite on one side, with bathroom, and next to it a utility room. Beyond that, there'll be a large open-plan kitchen, dining and living space. Kelly and Masako want the inside of their house to be full of natural materials, so the spacious sitting room will have a unique one-off staircase carved from an 800-year-old oak tree trunk that Kelly has salvaged. Upstairs, there'll be 3 bedrooms and a bathroom, all accessed from a hexagonal landing with a balcony that overlooks the sitting room. Large windows in all the rooms will illuminate the house with natural light, minimizing the use of electricity. While the roof lantern will allow more light to spill through the center of the building, filtering down onto the oak tree trunk staircase. The roof will be topped off with durable cedar shingles. Despite its complexity, this 6-sided building has been designed to be built by one man and a tractor, making it surprisingly affordable. And how much is it going to cost to build the house?
I'm not really sure, but I imagine something between £60,000 and £100,000 to build.
And how are you funding it?
When we sell the house we're living in at the moment, then probably a third of that money will go into building of this new house, and the rest will go in the bank.
Until the barn is sold, Kelly and Masako are relying on their £40,000 worth of savings to start the build. So who's going to build this place?
Myself, mostly. I'm going to be the main builder, which will probably be 80% of it, I reckon.
So Masako, what are you going to be doing?
I'll be busy, of course, helping Kelly as much as I can. Well, support.
And so how long is it going to take?
As much as 2 years, maybe a year and a half, with a bit of luck.
But Kelly and Masako intend to build more than just a house. They also want to produce their own food and energy from the land. They've already established over 1,200 fruit trees, as well as 1,500 willows, which will be used as fuel to heat the house. Becoming a self-builder means that Kelly won't be doing paid work as a carpenter. But then in the long term, this project will give them a nearly self-sufficient life.
We really yearn for a life which has more connection to the land around us, more connection to the essentials in life. There's no going back. It's a little bit like asking a bird which has found its freedom to go back to its cage. You know, that's how I feel about it, really.
2 weeks later, and Kelly is raring to start the construction of the timber frame. He was hoping to lift the wood with his trusty 1950s tractor, but the old girl is having none of it.
Someone's changed it because it should be on the... It
should be on the start lever here. You should just push this forward and it should start.
They've bodged all this up, really.
Meanwhile, one of the jobs Kelly isn't tackling has already begun. Sculptor Ben Platt's Mills is attacking the 800-year-old oak tree trunk. This piece of waste timber that Kelly has salvaged will be both staircase and support for the entire first floor. This is a very, can you hear me? Take those off.
Hello.
This is a very, very beautiful object, this thing. Very beautiful piece of tree, isn't it?
Yes.
And the stairs, the treads themselves, do they meet building regs?
It's not really. We're not walking up the tree. We're just using this lovely surface to support the planks.
Right.
And he's got to build some structure to have handrails and all those things.
Right. So it's going to be a conventional spiral staircase, but it's supported on the framework of this wonderful old tree trunk.
Yep, I think the whole house is being supported by it.
Yes! So you better get it right. But progress on the rest of the house is still a non-starter. Like the tractor, really.
Oh, what shall we do?
I have to go to plan B.
Unfortunately for Masako, Kelly's plan B is for them to lift the half-ton oak beams onto the stilts themselves.
It's such a healthy kind of problem solving, you know, just how to get a bit of wood in the air.
It's such an enormous task. I don't know why Kelly doesn't just hire a crane.
Will it go under?
No,
It won't.
it won't.
Okay. I always end up building on my own almost by default because that's what I've always done. I visualize the form I want to give it inside and, you know, the big picture, and I get it in my mind and I work on it, and I don't want any distraction in the process of doing that.
This is very slow going. It takes over a day just to put 2 ground beams into place.
You did it. It looks heavy. Oh dear.
I was cursing the stuff yesterday. So welcome today.
Right at the start of a project, it's quite normal to expect a great deal of enthusiasm, excitement. Right now, Kelly and Masako are like 2 children playing with a new toy. But it won't last. It can't. I mean, Kelly is spending 2 years building this house. And moreover, this is not a toy. Building sites are among the most dangerous places to work. And if Kelly has a serious accident, then there's no builder. And there will be no house.